Welcome to the Plotting Change podcast. My name is Merit Sampson and I am your host. This episode is a heart to heart talk with an African mom, and we want to dedicate it to all women all over the world in celebration of International Women's Day. So, on this episode, I'm going to be asking Momsy questions. Okay, questions about some of the things that have been trending online. People talk about African moms, they be like, African moms are this, African moms are that. So I'm going to be telling on all of you. So we have an African mom who will be looking at some of the things that has been going on online and then responding to them. On this show, I have with me Mrs. Ihoma Chikunda, who is a mom. Yes, she's a mother. And then she's an African mom. By that, I mean that she's born and bred here in Africa and grew up here, has been raised here, understands our culture, our values, and she'll be responding to some of the questions that we have on this show. So join me as I bring her on. All right, so join me as we bring Momsy to the show. Momsy,
Hello, Marys. How are you?
hello. You're
You're
looking good.
looking beautiful.
Thank you, and you too.
you. Thank you.
In fact, when people say African moms are strict, okay, it's all over the social media. Everybody's posting pictures, they are posting videos of, maybe an encounter they had with their mother or something. So I just want to ask, is it that mothers are really strict, or now the stubbornness of the children they make them behave like that? What do you think? Is that the children are too stubborn and then they need to follow the children according to their stubbornness? Abi, that's just how mothers are.
Okay, with your question, looking back to our parents and the way we were brought up, it's not really our being strict. African woman being strict does not mean that we are wicked to our children or we don't want to give them a free hand. We are strict in order for them to be shaped into the society. We are strict for them to be able to work according to how they are supposed to work through and not to look at what other people are doing, but to work according to how they are supposed to raise up in order for them to be able to raise up their own children tomorrow.
Okay, so but you agree that African mothers.
Yes, yes. Some are strict and some are not strict. Yes.
Okay, so were you strict to your children? Did you say
Somehow,
you use iron hand wrist?
somehow. It's not really the iron hand way.
Okay.
Yes, but somehow you bring them, because if you are so loose, they'll be loose too. I'm thinking that that is how it's supposed to be, while it's not supposed to be that way. When you watch them going, you bring them back. That is just the strictness.
Okay, so but if supposing a pikin they calm, okay, get pikin where they calm. Some children they like that.
Yes.
Then just calm. They need a too trouble person. Okay, and then you get children with they very stubborn. Okay, now say if pikin they calm, on I go still they strict with the child. I be now only when they're stubborn.
It's only when the child is very stubborn. Even when the child is not smart, is not sharp, is just quiet. Sometimes you ginger the child to come up a bit, because it's not too good for a child to just be very low and quiet like that. You ginger a little bit. There are ones that they are very, very stubborn, very, very stubborn. So sometimes when you look at them, sometimes you just look at them as if you overlook them. But at a time, you call them back and show them the right way.
So you mean those ones where they cool, for instance, how you go carry ginger them? Is it by growing up, we used to see pictures or videos of maybe when you do something and then your mother carrying her slap you for back like this. Your body go hot. Is it part of maybe the strategy to ginger a child so that you go dey vibrant more?
No, it's not that way.
Okay.
It's not that way. I think, in every family, we have the loud ones.
Yeah.
We have the calm ones. Yes. The calm ones, sometimes you see this one that are loud, they try to overshadow the calm ones, but you don't let them do that because the other person is calm. So sometimes you also talk to the ones that are calm to raise their morals a bit.
Okay.
It's not by always beating.
Okay.
You cannot just beat a child when the child has not done anything wrong to you. Beating a child when the child has not done anything wrong is not good. It's not a good training.
Okay, but you get mothers where they beat their children ahead of time. You never do the bad thing, but they don't already beat you.
How possible is that when the child has not? So what is the reason of beating the child? Because it's good when you are beating the child, let the child know the reason why you're beating the child. So when the child has not done anything and you are beating the child, it makes no sense.
Okay, just before I move away from this question,
Yeah.
is there another way of disciplining a child without beating? Like must beating be involved?
With the type of children we have today, if not, discipline a child does not require beating the child. But there are some children that when you talk and talk and talk, it looks as if you are not talking anything.
The only cane they work for their
Yeah, it's only cane that works for them. So sometimes you give it to them, just as the Bible says.
hot.
So that sometimes you give it to them. Some, when you talk to them, when they do mistake once, you caution them. They can make the mistake for the second time, and you see the character of the child, that this child is really feeling what he or she have done that is wrong, and have the spirit to change. But some of them, even when you beat them, they are not ready to change. They are still making the same mistake. Just like in my neighborhood, I have a lady that always beating a child just for one thing, beating that child every day, and I have the opportunity to talk to the child. I said, this woman is not doing you anything wrong. People hearing her, flogging you, beating you always, will say that she's wicked. But to her, she's complaining, stop doing this thing, stop doing this, and you're doing the same thing, repeated over and over, and that makes her flog her every time. So when I talk to her, I think since that day, I've not heard any flog. Even my daughter was saying this morning, Mommy's like, we have not heard any sound since how many days now, you know? It's just like that. There are some that when you talk to them, they listen. There are some when you talk, you don't listen. So you give them a tap the cane.
So make them touch them,
yes,
so make their,
yes,
make their body rest.
yes. If not, flogging is not really the best way of discipline.
Okay, but I think that teaching a child is more effective, or should be more effective, than always flogging a child. Anyway, the next question I want to ask is, why mothers no dey straightforward with word? For instance, you go send person say, go bring water for me. The person go bring water. Then go say, where I want keep the water. Instead of just keep the water for table, you say, no, put them for my head. One I know they straightforward. Like, keep them for table. If you say keep them for table, wetin go happen? Mothers go say, no, put them on top of my head. And then if somebody come put the thing for head,
it becomes a problem.
Now die. You don't die. Why? But why on another straightforward with words?
I think a mother who brought up a child knows that this child expect the child to know what to do at a particular time.
Okay.
When a mother asks you to get me water, it is your duty to bring the water and wait and hand it over to the mother. If the mother is busy not to collect the water from me immediately, you can keep it on the table. Okay. But it's not wrong for the child to ask, where should I keep the water? Just like a funny woman or a funny mother. No, put it on my head. Since you don't know where to keep the water, it's just to make fun of the moments.
Okay.
Yes.
But then if you can't get mumu pikin, you cannot put it on your head. The pikin don't die with that. Okay, so but at least you expect your pikin to get some kind sense.
Yes.
Okay, maybe no they ask that some kind of question.
Yes.
Okay, so another question be say, why the way una dey carry raise boy children they different from the kind of way una dey carry handle girl children? You know, somehow some people they feel say, when I want to raise girl children, I go hard, like make it be say she be responsible as a mother or something. Then the boys get more freedom, okay, compared to the girls. Why is that?
No, women are very delicate people. Okay. And women are very vulnerable too. So you have to be very, very careful how to bring up your female child. Your female child is your pride. It's not that your son is not your pride, but this female child will someday go to somebody else's house.
Okay.
So you have to concentrate on the female child. Let's take it. Okay, I don't know if we'll go back to that, but let me just use this example.
Okay.
Okay, with a female child now, and you allow the female child to move out anyhow, follow other children anyhow. Before you know, the child will just get pregnant. Okay. And begin to raise another man's child in your home.
Yeah, but what if the boy, maybe wanna leave the boy come dey careless, so you go impregnate another person?
As you're taking care of the boy, the girl, you're also taking care. It's not that you're leaving the boy totally.
Okay.
But you pay more attention to the girl. I know there are some boys too, there are some the male children too.
Yeah,
they can go out, yes, and misbehave. They can go out and misbehave and do things that is not in accordance with the family behavior. So, but at least God is helping us. We are trying to balance the two.
Okay, but in a situation where sometimes boys can misinterpret things. Okay, they grow up and then they're suddenly feeling unloved because their parents didn't pay so much attention the way they paid towards the girls. So you would think these things don't affect the boys because according to society, they are expected to be the man, like man up, bear it. But deep down, there's an emotional scar that has been created in the heart of that child. Okay, because they don't get as much attention as the female child. Do you think there's an error that needs to be corrected there?
The error that needs to be corrected there is that we need to concentrate on our children, male or female, especially with the kind of country we are today and the type of contemporary things that are happening in the society. So we need to pay attention to the female children and to the male children. None should be left behind.
Okay.
None should be left behind.
And then on discipline, okay. When they won't beat, like me, I grew up, I have 2 sisters and I have a brother, okay. But then you also find out that in a situation like that, people tend to be more harsh on the boy child. Like when they won't beat boys, then they cool down, even carry things where they don't feel carrying hit girl picking. They will carry that kind of thing, beat the boy because they believe that he's physically strong. Then the girl child, if they won't flog the girl child, they go flog them, but they're not going to use something where they heavy to hit the girl child. Why is that?
Any parent that start using something stronger than a child and you are torturing the child.
Okay, it's torture.
Yes, you are torturing the child. It's not supposed to be that way. Even if you want to flog your child, cane your child, you cane the child. Just as our people say, when you flog with the other hand, use the right hand and draw the child back. So when you use hard things to, just like the lady I was still talking about, flogging that, beating the child. It was up to an extent she was using block. She used block. Asked the child to kneel down. That child refused to kneel down. I was looking from my room. She have to use block to block child. Yes, to hit this child. So I have to come out from the house and talk to her. You see, it's not good. She may have done something wrong. They're using block to hit her head in order for you to succeed, to get the way you want her to be submissive to you at that moment. It's very, very wrong.
I think we need to begin to look at issues around child discipline.
And this one we are talking about is a female child.
Now girl child.
Yes, girl child.
No,
it's very wrong.
No. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you is, why is it that, is there a way mothers keep themselves, okay, where they make it difficult for their children, especially say the girl children, to come and talk to their mothers openly about sex? Like you see, as they grow up now, you see as your children they grow up, you see them, they mix with boys, and all that. It gets, as a mother, not be everything where you're picking it to contact. You're gonna get some kind I want, I'm gonna observe. They look from one corner.
That's why we are mothers.
Okay. Okay, and I go use the African mother eye. They watch the picking, the way this girl they go. It be like, now, instead of creating that suspicion, is it possible to create an open environment where maybe on a go fit call the pikin, initiate discussion around sex, relationship with the opposite sex, in such a way that the pikin no go they hide, no go they run away from honor? Or is there any, what is really happening? Because the things they are not talking to you people about, they are talking to other people outside.
Yeah.
So what's really causes that? What really happens in that kind of situation? Why is it difficult for a child to have an open conversation about sex and relationship with the parents?
Okay, some of our parents today feel that talking about sex and relationship with your male or female child is like you want to spoil your child. How can this child be hearing about a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend at this age? It's always been said in the radios. Talk to your children as they are growing. Talk to them about sex. Talk to them about relationship, so that you create that awareness to them. Even as they are growing with that mindset. You don't poison their mind. You don't poison their mind, but you tell them what they will see tomorrow, so that they will be conscious of themselves. Even as some of our children are growing today, you see some female children, they have male friends more than they have female friends. They keep male friends more than female friends. So when you bring out that child, you educate this child, because it's very good to make an open relationship with your child.
Did you have an open conversation with your children?
Yes,
about
I
sex
did.
and
Yes.
relationship?
Yes. And all that period, they were always saying it in the radio. They were saying it, teach your children, talk to your children, educate them about sex, because they are going to meet it tomorrow. If you don't talk to them, tomorrow they will talk to somebody outside. And that is why some of our children making mistake instead of talking to their parents, because some of parents are also very harsh. Some of them are very harsh and difficult.
They are not
to
approachable
talk at all. And that is why I see some of our children today, some men will molest them. They will want to talk to you as a parent.
But
you are
they
not
can't.
creating that room for them. They can't access it. They can't talk to you. You are not giving them the opportunity to listen to them. And before you know, that in there, that it has not happened that moment. But because you don't listen to their children, you don't give them attention, that thing they are trying to avoid will happen to them. And you begin to make police case here and there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, from when you were a child, growing up under your own mother, did you have the opportunity to talk to your mother about maybe sex, your menstruation period, all of those kind of things? Was that discussion open?
I don't think so. Mothers as at then was very busy going to farm. They're always going to farm. And they're always going to farm. At least in a family, you have some sisters that have gone through that process. I didn't really discuss that with my mom, but in a family, you have sisters that have gone through that stage. Sis, what happened now? Sis will tell you what to do and take good care of yourself. Not like this deceiving period. That time, sis, we are okay. Somebody you can trust, somebody you can talk to somebody, and the person give you a good response that will help you, not to mislead you.
Okay, yeah. So it was more like the big sister standing in as the mother sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow. Because we've had situations where a girl suddenly just discovers that she's stained. Okay, the mother has never talked to her about her menstruation before, or to prepare her, to tell her that, see, you are a woman, or at a certain age, your period will come, something will happen, this is what you use, or teach the child how to use a pad ahead of time. But most of the time, periods just come as a surprise to, these children. And then sometimes we've had maybe negative situations where a child gets her period, and then she becomes scared. She thinks she's dying.
To die, yeah.
She thinks that she did die, or but I think parents should be very open with discussions like this. There's no need to hide
anything.
Because the child will see reach the age.
The children these days know better than you know. That is you're hiding from them. They know better than you know.
They know what's up.
So you don't need to hide anything.
Okay. So the next question I want to ask you is, when pikin give mothers money, me say, master from beginning. Uncle come house. Hey, Junior, how are you? How are you? How are you? Carry money, give Junior. Junior come say, Mom, see, hold this money for me. After 2 days, Mommy, where my money? Go say, me will carry you 9 months. Will you not be eating in this house? Why are they like to use money where other children give us?
Oh my God, I think it's general. It's general.
Okay, the general.
Yeah, it's general. Sometimes we save it for the children. There are some parents that really save this money for their children. They use it to buy pints for them. They use it to buy small things for them that the money can buy. Okay. Some parents do that. Some parents also use it as part of the family meal.
Oh, what? This family meal not be problem. Now, people supposed to bring money for family meal.
No. That is just a small money.
Small money. That money. Now, that money in the eyes of the mother is a small money.
Yes.
Okay. But in the eyes of the child,
it's big.
It's big.
Yes.
And then the child, okay, look at it this way. If pikin carry money give the mother, say, hold for me, okay, that is trust.
Yes.
Okay.
Trust, yeah.
If the mother can't use the money, can't come back, tell the pikin, say, I don't use that money, need a chop for this house, or any of those things. Don't you think you have broken the trust that the child has on the mother?
Yes.
It's true, right?
Yes, it's true.
Okay. So it's possible that mothers
so that tomorrow when somebody gives the child money to keep, the child should be able to know that Yes, sometimes I gave my mom money to keep for me, and later I collected the money back. So it is important for somebody to give you money and be able to save that money and give it to the person tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. You build that kind of
Yes,
character
yes,
in the child, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. So it's important for mothers to encourage
Yes,
such
it is
such
very
behavior. So
important.
no more collecting money.
Mm.
Okay, ma ask you personally.
Mm.
Your pikin don't give you money, you collect am before.
Yeah, that is true. I can't lie. Yes, giving me a collected it. I've used the money. Oh. I've used the money. Please don't be angry. I've used the money. I will tell the child. The child should be
Okay.
able to know that I've used the money instead of not telling the child until the day the child need the money. Come and tell the child, I've used the money. Give the child information. Look,
Okay.
I've used this money. So that
Okay.
the child will know that that money is no more in existence. I'm not planning towards that money
Towards that
anymore.
money,
Yes.
is worse than that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The next thing is let's talk about marriage.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as children they grow up, they want to marry and build their own home. First of all, the choices of the kind of wife or husband they want to pick sometimes may not be the kind of man that the mother wants. But we've seen situations where the mother will be insisting on this, like it's not really about what the child wants, it's about what the mother wants.
Yeah.
So we see a situation where the mothers are trying to pick wives or suggest wives or husbands for their sons and daughters according to their own
Expectation.
yes, their own expectations, what is suitable for them, not even for the child. Is this behavior okay?
Really, it's not okay.
No, wait. By that time, that idea when they say, you're not marrying a person, you're marrying the family. So every member of the family go get opinion for your marriage, and then the child is left to satisfy the family, not even about what he wants.
When they are saying that you are not marrying the man alone, you are marrying the family, they are referring to you as a woman that is going to another home.
Okay.
You are going to another home. So you are not marrying that man alone, you are marrying the family.
Okay.
Because everybody is now part of you. They are your first. They are your priority now. So you are not just going to marry the man, but you are going to marry the family. That is what they tell the child. You are not just going to marry the man, you are going to. So you have to be good, have to be nice, have to bring out that which your parents, that good character, attitude, and manner which your parents have taught you. You have to bring it out.
Okay, what if a situation where a girl child is bringing a man to introduce to the mother? Okay, she likes this man. Maybe they are okay. Their relationship is the man may not have all the money really, but he treats her well. They are okay. They are compatible. Their relationship can work. But then the mother will feel like say, this is not the kind of man. Or I'll give you an example. Maybe the mother married a man that she suffered with. Okay, they built together, and then you hear mothers they say things like my pikin no go marry person wey him go suffer build with, that kind of talk. You go need to marry person wey don already wey get hand small wey fit come support our own family. And by saying that, you put pressure on the child, and then the child might end up making a wrong decision because they are now after money.
Yeah. I say when we watch some of this our Nigerian movies teaching us a lot of things.
Okay.
Anything we watch in Nigerian movies, what is happening?
Okay.
They are just trying to tell us that all these things are in existence. Just like when a child want to read law, he said the child should go and do medicine. You are now redirecting the child to where the child does not go, where the child cannot fit up. So you are not changing the spirit being of the child to go to where the child is not supposed to go. Now, in case of talking about marriage, when a lady is dating, maybe you are dating two men at the same time, this one is coming, this one is coming. You that is close to the person knows them better than the parents at home. So you don't want to go to the rich man. The other one is rich. We are seeing it. The other one is rich. The other one is not rich. But the lady knows that this one has future. This one has already made it, but this one has future. I want to work with this one so that tomorrow we'll work together and things will work out well for us. That's the belief of the lady. But to the parents, they want it sharp. They want the money. They are seeing the money. They don't want to miss the money. Where is your car? That is what they used to show us.
Mm.
Where is? Did you come with car? It did not come with no car.
Mm.
So you want to go back to your child. You cannot marry this one. This is the one I want to. That one is what I want to marry. At the time, you see making some of the daughters to leave the home, run away from the house because of the pressure of their parents to marry whom their spirit is not allowed them to marry whom they don't want to marry. Which is not good.
So it's important for
Even
parents
to the
pay attention
to the
to
female
what
children and to
the
the male
choice of
children.
the children.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the next question now on bride price. Okay. You know, we've seen situations where a child or a young lady brings a young man to the house, okay, asking her hand in marriage, and then the mothers suddenly go write long list. In fact, we don't see say most of the time, not even the father be problem. Okay. Now, how to satisfy the desires of the mother? Because she go be like, me, I suffer with this pikin, oh, and I me born and carry am 9 months. So it can't be like say all the list, all the things that she go write for the list now just for herself, you know, and then at the end of the day, this young man may not be able to meet up, and then the person goes away. The child is back to searching for starting afresh again, looking for a partner. Why? What can you say to mother? Is it possible? Is it possible to cut down, like to talk to mothers about cutting down?
Yeah, it's very, very possible to talk to mothers about cutting down when it comes to bringing lists. They are to be in-laws. You can't
Yes.
achieve everything the same time. You can never achieve everything the same time. That is one of the reasons why sometimes, even when the man try to provide all these things, you see, it is very difficult for them to allow the parents of the child coming to the home, coming to their house, because it means that you have collected all you wanted from me. So why are you coming to my house? I've paid for my wife and my wife alone. I don't need anything with the family. So it's very, very wrong. You as mother should be able to protect your in-law. There are some mothers that even when the family are trying to suppress the man, you see, you as a mother, you first of all drop your own list. There are things they do for the mothers. Yes, you first of all drop your own list to be able to achieve that your daughter should be able to get married. That is your priority at the moment. Your priority at the moment, knowing that she's getting married to a reasonable man, to a responsible man, a man that loves her. So you should be able to protect her, keeping down your own list, because I know that sometimes some of them want to show up. They want to show other people that my daughter wants to get married. So anything you want to eat, you eat it and get it in excess.
It's a thing of pride.
Yes, not knowing that you are undoing yourself. They are only coming to eat and go. But you have to remain with this family. Sometimes you go to visit. And what of after getting married and nothing for your daughter to eat at home? What do you do? So you as a mother, it is your duty to protect, even when the family are pressurizing. This, please cut down. We should cut down. We cannot eat it once. We always eat, always.
Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is tattoos. Okay. I don't see old women wey carry tattoo for body. Okay. I don't know whether na tattoo. I don't know whether to call it tattoo, but I've seen markings on their bodies. Okay. And then it is a sign that maybe in their time, okay, that those markings may have been permitted, or society didn't see anything wrong with it. Okay. But then nowadays, young people, they put tattoo for body, and you go see mothers, they come out, who be na? Who be na? Who tell you? You know, they go call the shop for the pikin. What changed? Is it that we ourselves, African culture does not support the use of tattoo, or it gets we get our own kind of tattoo where we they approve of? I just want to know what is society's stand on the use of tattoo.
Okay, me personally, the tattoo of a thing, I think in those days we used to see some of our women, they do it. There are some local fruits they use in doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some local fruits they use in doing it. They will just use it and put mark on your body. And those marks, they do it at least during, maybe when you give birth, they will do all those things to keep you well in your fattening room.
Okay.
Put you in order, make you look fresh and plumpy.
Okay.
And so at the time, you see those things, they are there. They are not just there with any negative or interior motive.
Okay.
They are just there. But these days, I just don't know. I just don't know what is really going on. Personally, I don't like it.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like it. So I wouldn't like my own child to also do it. So if there's any child that is doing it, they should be neat. They're always copying what the Western country are doing. That is one of our problems. Even as I was coming, I saw a little girl, one of the Olosho, this in there. I just turned my eye to one side. So then I said, this one is too small. This one among these people too is too small. The man sitting by my side. I said, madam, this one is big now. How can I say that this one is too small? This one they know this one can go far now. That even before you enter, that is this one that even call you, come now. It's entering very well. You know, it was just going inside my very small child. How old is that child now? So the things that are happening in our society today, they feel they want to get everything at the same time. It's not really good. I don't value the tattoo of 18.
Okay, so 2 more questions and we round up.
Yeah.
The second to the last one is, young people feel that it is very difficult to get their mothers to say sorry when they are wrong. Why mothers need they like to apologize to their pikin when they do something wrong? Or do you think maybe the assumption is wrong?
I think it's very good, if I should say that.
But is it true? Is it true
Yes,
that mothers hardly apologize?
They feel that it's not their duty to say sorry to their children.
Okay.
And I think I listen to radio sometimes. I don't know if I can call somebody's name, like this Boma in the radio. There's one program she used to do. Anytime she's talking, she said she learned how to say I am sorry through the father.
Okay.
So there is nothing, anytime the father hurts you or do anything that is not right, he will say, I am sorry. So that she gets this type of character from the father, meaning that it is very, very important for parents to say, I'm sorry when they are wrong. I used to do this once. Yes, I used to do it once. Yes, I used to, not always.
Okay.
I used to do it once. Yes. Just to tell the child that, yes, I'm not supposed to do this.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to do this. So that tomorrow too, the child can also know that I'm not supposed to do this thing to this so person. Please, I am sorry. And I'm sorry solves so many problems, even in marriage, relationship, in friendship, in everything you do. I am sorry. Very, very important. It's a very small little word, but it's very, very important in everything we do. It heals.
Yeah, it heals.
It heals.
It heals. Okay, so next question is, should a parent knock when entering their children's room?
Yeah, just like they say, children have their own privacy.
Do you think children have privacy in, like your picking? Your children your children get privacy.
The children have their own privacy. Everybody have their own privacy. Like before you go in, you should knock. As an African woman, sometimes you just open and we see what you are not supposed to see.
Okay.
So sometimes they lock the room, and you want to know what is going on inside that room. You may not like to tap or knock at the door. You just open to see by force what is going on, so that they will not be alert and know that you are coming. But when you knock, that you are giving somebody, you're telling somebody is coming. So prepare yourself.
So is it that people suspect what your children are doing behind the doors?
Sometimes you just take them unawares. But it's necessary to knock. They say children have their own privacy.
Okay, but sometimes you just badge in, make it, to show your influence. Okay. I understand. Well, I've already said that's the last question, but this is finally.
I am with you.
Then say, African mothers know they sabi press phone. In fact, they feel hold phone like this on hand. Then go call person, Obia, where we go carry press, we are go carry untouch. They don't know where to untouch for phone, but they can use their eyes and tell a girl that is 2 days pregnant. Not true?
Phone is different. Phone is the technology.
Okay.
And the other one is what we can use our eyes to see.
Another technology ready for eye like this. But you people can tell when a person is pregnant even without.
Yeah, without going through tests.
Are you serious?
Without going through tests. When you see a pregnant woman, and you look at the child, there are signs. The signs begin to show. Maybe the child himself does not know that these are the signs that you're supposed to see. You see the signs begin to show. And you look at your child, the child starts sleeping, every time he's weak, he's tired. Before you know, the child starts throwing up. What is going on? What is going on?
Then maybe the way the body don't change.
The body has changed. The bulbs begin to raise. Everything is changing. You have to look at your child very well.
So this one is
Are you pregnant? No, I am not pregnant. It's malaria. It's malaria. It's malaria. You have to look very well and know where the malaria is coming from.
Okay, so I guess my experience the teacher and this one. Oh my God, African mothers are beautiful. They are unique.
Yeah.
We have a blessing. In fact, on behalf of all African women, okay, I want to let me thank you on behalf of all other African women. Yes. Aside all of this, you people are caring. Okay. Mothers can go any length. I mean, any length. They can starve, they can work hard, they can put their legs where nobody wants to match. Okay, they can go where nobody wants to go for their child. We see all your sacrifices. We see all the things you do. We see how much you love us and love our fathers. And we want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
God bless you. And thank you for staying with us on the show. We are very happy to wish all women all over the world happy International Women's Day. And we love our African mothers. All right, see, I see you next episode. God bless you.